Hello CSA people. This is a quick video just for some clarity or advice on the 116 project, the numbers riddle. So hopefully you've read all the restrictions here, and then you get down to all the things you need to do. I'm not going to do any of that there, but I do want to talk about the variables you use, the 6 variables, and how you should do that. Also, make sure you notice you're supposed to do a print statement displaying each calculation along the way, and put comments in there. So this thing would be huge if you had to have everything, 6 versions of your code. So my suggestion is when you're doing this, let's say the first time I want to do an int current number or a double, right? Maybe the first time I could type in, my first number. Maybe I want an int the first time. I guess you got to think about that. Maybe 4.0. Okay. And then I would go through all my steps. I'd be like, your print statement for saying my starting number is 4.0. Okay. Maybe I put here the algorithm for the numbers. What is this called? Numbers riddle. Okay. Make sure you're commenting. Okay. And then, I'll print out the statement system dot print line. I'm going to say starting number the number I start with was, and then plus current number. Okay. And then and then you go through all your steps. You'd be like current number. If I wanted to triple it, I would do like, times equals 3, right? And then I'd have to print out something saying I tripled it, and now it's going to be this number. Okay, but what I was saying is you'll go through all your algorithm, and then down below, or up above, I guess, you can put your test cases. Okay, and you're going to set your current number, or you're going to have all your test cases. So like test case 1, and if it wanted you to do an int, you would say, okay, I'm going to do an int, like a positive integer. Okay, make sure it's a 6. And then test case 2, what if it was a double? Oh, geez, that's not good. A negative double, 3.0. Okay. And what's cool about that is if you have this in your code, all you have to do is, instead of repeating your code 6 times, all you got to do is change this. Like I can say, okay, now I'll run it once. Oh, geez, there's lots of errors because I didn't even make a class. But if I ran it this time, it would print it out for 4.0, and then the next time I would record I would take a screenshot of my output. But if I wanted to do it again without copy pasting the entire code just for test case number 2, I would just simply make my current number equal to test case 2. Just be careful because right now I have current number being double. If it was an int, it would change it and you wouldn't be able to test all your cases. But you can keep all your code below this the same and just go through your different cases by resetting your current number. and the rest of the code should work the same. You'd only have to be careful here is if you were using an int, make sure it matches in type when you're doing your outputs. Otherwise, it's only testing doubles the whole time. All right, or you could cast things too. So you're going to have to decide that, but make sure you do all your test cases. You don't have to write the algorithm 6 times. You can just have, test case 1, test case 2, test case 3, and all that stuff. And how you handle it, can be different, but I wanted to show you that and remind you of this step here. You're supposed to have a print statement every calculation and the final result. Okay, so just check that out. Let me know if you have questions. All right, adios.